Coming at you on a Monday, YDBT Daily. Yeah, how you guys doing? Took Sunday off, took the weekend off. Got out of town for a bit and wanted to just, not do shows. It was nice. It was nice to get away for a little bit. And when I came back, it was just a nice long shit show of just stupidity that's happening, which is nothing crazy. It's typical stuff. But I keep getting tagged and notified on shit all the time. All weekend I was getting tagged and notified, and I'm like, all right, I'll talk about it Monday because I don't want it to sit too long before I have something to say about it. Some other YouTubers will talk about it, other people will talk about shit. So I wanted to talk about two things. Let's get after it right away. No bullshit. I want to talk about the flat plane crank Z06. That's right, Chevy guys. Eat a bullet. These motherfuckers went flat plane crank dual overhead cam. No, they didn't go 4.8 boss hog cam, BTR, pollute the earth, kill the seals cam that goes sixes. They went dual overhead cam, flat plane crank. What the fuck are you gonna do? If you tattooed LS, LT, 5'3", you know there's some guy who's a pit vipers on right now in a straw hat, and they're like, yay, yay, I can't wait for the Z06 to have a 4.8 with BTR cam, yay, yay, because that's technology, stupid motherfuckers. So I was trying to find the video where I said that the Corvette, or what would happen if Chevy introduced a flat plane crank or a 32 valve quad cam deal into a car, and how would the LS/LT guys react? How would they react? Now, if you go on 1320 videos Instagram page, they have a picture of what supposedly is the first, where's 1080p monitor? Picture of a 2023 Z06 Corvette NA flat plane crank. You cannot say just flat plane crank. You have to say flat plane crank. 600 plus horsepowers. Why didn't they put a fucking BTR fucking 4.8? Why didn't they put a BTR cam 4.8 in that? What happened, motherfuckers? And then what's gonna happen if it has twin independent variable cam timing and you motherfuckers are gonna ghost cam tune it? Let's say hi to the people here before I get too off kilter. Yeah, coming at you. Hypersyncs in the house. Will 156, Denzel, Nick Rogers, Dustin Engler, HTFU, head the fuck up, grad. He said, I didn't even know it was Sunday because there was no peasant chat. Robert Kenny also became a Betcha level member. Thank you for becoming a Betcha level member. At what point do I put beadlocks on my Nissan Sentra? Says Tony, Blake Bailey, Mike Smith, Rocky Top BFL, Kanye, Asada, YouTube Corrupt the Mod in the house. Most Slide with the Pro Charge S197, I think. We got D-Rock Fox, KRM, Chris M, Brian Wright, Kevin McCann, Emin Purick, Bill Gates is in the house. How you doing, Bill Gates? Victor Garza, Dustin Engler, Never Let Off, Forced Horse, Coca-Cola with the shit-ass Roush, Jan 3 Roush, and Alex looking dreamy, Brett Burke liking some of this beat show, Scott N, Angel Espinal, Jared Wells in the house. Okay, so what are LS guys saying right now? Say it ain't so, Chevy. Not only did you get a government bailout, not only are your lifters absolutely exploding under 5,000 miles on your brand new trucks and your exhaust tips look like USB ports, but now you dare copy our competition? Forever I told you guys the LS is a copy of a 351 Windsor, and you guys thought I was absolutely full of shit. Whatever, you can argue one way or the other. Well, Alex, it's a 90-degree cam, blah, 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 deck, blah, blah, blah. Then you get a 351 Windsor, and you put LS heads on it, and it fits fucking perfectly, and everything fits. Well, yeah, Alex, it's a 90-degree. Okay, cool. Then a Chevy goes, you know what? Because I said this in a video, I said, what is the lineage of the LS? Then it became the LT. I said, is it just going to get bigger and bigger? Because how are you going to make the kind of power? And I said in a video, they need overhead cam. Like a 5, 7, or 6 liter overhead cam motor is strong. I'm saying dual overhead cam. Like a 6-liter Coyote would be deadly. Stupid, dumb fast. But Chevy said, you know what? We can't put an 8-liter Boss Hog cam in this motherfucker. We got to go with technology. So they went, what is the most technologically advanced V8 around? Oh, a high revving flat plane crank dual overhead cam. Why didn't you just stick a Voodoo in that bitch? Just like you stuck a 10R80 in all the Camaros with the joint venture. Y'all got the better 10R80, by the way. Why didn't you just stick a Voodoo motor in it? Oh, oil consumption issues and fires. I get it. But you can't tell me that LS guys aren't absolutely eating, LS/LT guys are right now eating a little crow. Going, fuck. Now, when the Godzilla ends up in a Mustang from the factory production vehicle, y'all could say the same shit about Ford guys. Y'all could say the same shit about Ford guys, because I think the Godzilla or any variant of it should never end up in a performance vehicles because it is a huge step backwards. Okay, you have to get smaller, higher revving, smaller displacement, higher compression. That's the future, or hybrid. Corvette said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's suck all the dick and copy Coyotes and Voodoos and just give in because that's where the future is. So now, forget all that. I'm a tuner. Well, not really. I'm a file sharer. The tuning comes after the fact. Suspension, diagnosing. What's gonna happen when? Because you know how LS LT guys are. They're gonna grab this. Oh, come on, HP tuners! You gotta get this thing on the tune suppository so I can draw the file out and ghost cam tune it. It is September 27th, 2021. Today, they confirmed the Corvette will have a dual overhead cam, flat plane crank motor in it, and it will have a ghost cam tune via aftermarket tuning. Bet me on this shit and watch the LS guys go, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Hey, can I get one? It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Because it's going to be over a $100,000 car, right? So who's going to buy the $100,000 car? Some old fuck with New Balances and Larry Bird knee socks on. But that is the pinnacle of performance of Chevy shit. So you're going to say, damn, these old motherfuckers got this shit. I hope they don't ruin it. And they're going to go, wait a minute. I can make it sound lumpity lump just with a tune. And then when you hear it and some tuner gets it right, you're going to go, fuck! You're going to go, fuck! Alex was right the whole time. 5 years ago, Alex was right. 6 years ago, Alex was right. So, look out for that bullshit. I can't wait. Look, I hope it performs well. I've always said the C8 is it's a higher, I think the C8 has more potential than a new GT500. I think with the right power adder, it can go 8s more comfortably than the GT500 can. The GT500 is too heavy, too stupid, no TCM access. People are hacking the way around shit, but I think the C8 has more potential. So I like the C8. I actually would buy a C8. I had a video saying out of those two, I'd buy the C8. But once the Z06 comes out and has dual overhead cam, flat plane crank, all of a sudden, you're going to have a badass 600 plus horsepower, naturally aspirated fucking Billy badass motherfucker on the road. But you know what it's still not going to be better than? A plaid Tesla. That's right. A 4,800 pound plaid Tesla. So I went on the Hoonigan channel. Hey, what's up, man? I wanted to fart on some shoes and I became famous and I became a rally driver and somehow crashed every car Ford made for me, but I'm somehow still able to make money rallying cars. What the fuck is wrong with people? So on the Hoonigan channel, we had 1,000 horsepowers McLaren 720S. According to the owner, it made 1,000 at the crank. He measured it at the back of his neck, meaning he measured his dick at the back of his neck, versus a plaid Tesla. Let's just watch just the goodness. It's just a great time. Yeah, pretty fucking fast, huh, bro? Now check it out. They did a roll race, and it got equally as fucked up.
Round 2.
1,000 horsepower, 3,200 pound car on the left. 1,000 horsepower, 1,000 torque, 4,800 pound car on the right. Oh, right there. Actually, right here, guys. I want to make sure you guys listen carefully. Listen carefully. The Tesla actually makes a sound as it starts to gap the dude. Check it out. Here it is.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
What a crazy exhaust tone. Let's hear that again.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
So in order to make it fair, they put three fat guys in it. They said, you know what? Let's put 3 fat guys in the Tesla Plaid. 3 fat guys. So it's got 4 passengers. They said to the McLaren, we're going to give you a car and the hit on a roll race. Here's the exhaust tone again.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker. Wow.
You gotta download that from the Tesla store. Look at this. Jeez. It's coming, but look at it. Full of motherfuckers. The whole family, the crew is in that bitch with the wood grain. Still beat it. Still beat it. Still beat it. Oh my dick, my fucking dick. Boom, beat it. Yep, by a nose. And then he almost smashed the fucking thing because of the brakes. Look at it, he almost smashed the fucking thing. Anyway, shout out to the hey, what's up, guys? The Hoonigan channel's got some great content going on there. Go to my store where I fart on more shoes. So yeah, there you go. Can you just cut the shit already? Anyone that's on the fence about ICE versus that Plaid, it's over. Like, if you guys think there's any kind of competition...
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Yeah.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
Bro, stop it. But I'd rather capture my heart and soul. I'd rather have a soul when I drive my car. My 14-second Fox is way more enjoyable to drive than a Plaid Tesla. Really? Can you go over those potholes real quick? In what? In your 87 Fox body T-top hatch, motherfucker. Go ahead. Okay. See, part of the soul of a car is when it leaves your body, when it rattles your teeth over in the pothole, bro. So look, cut the shit. It's over. ICE cars have their days numbered. But the infrastructure, Alex, lithium batteries, holes in the earth. I love an internal combustion engine vehicle, but I ain't stupid. I'm not a stupid motherfucker. I know what the future is, and it ain't ICE cars. I'm talking about the future. I'm saying future. That bitch is beating Hayabusas on a roll. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't like a 60 to 120 roll where the battery dies off. That bitch was a 160 roll. 60 to 160. That shit was still pulling with 4 fat guys in the bitch. Unreal. It's over. But that's okay. You want to get your 15 GT with Corsa blow my dicks and go down the street and make a bunch of fucking noise and D-cell pop tunes? Cool. Most Guys that have money just want to gap the shit out of you. What's my dream car? 65 Cobra replica, Mark V, like a backdraft Cobra, twin turbo, 1,000 horse. It will get fucked up by a Tesla Model S. I know that. So I'll just have a Model S or Roadster when it comes out, because wait till the Roadster comes out. Imagine that power plant in a 1,000 or 1,200 pound lighter vehicle. Oof. So let's get to your bullshit comments. And we'll talk a little shit. I've had a GT350, a C7, and a C8. And I agree. For how the car's supposed to be used, it should have a flat plane crank, because the C8 Corvette, in my opinion, is a badass daily that you can road race very well. High revving, DCT, stops good, looks good, performs good. I mean, everything. A flat plane crank, dual overhead cam V8, 600 NA, road race, rear engine C8 is deadly on the road course. Got to be like Biden for speaking the wrong reporter. Could you imagine if Biden starts taking questions and when he gets back in the office, they just start beating his ass? Like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't take questions. You're a fucking dumbass. Like, you're a fucking moron. But he did graduate the top of his class and got a full scholarship. Remember that fucking sound clip? What a dickhead. And the Plaid stopped better. And the Plaid stopped better with 5,200 pounds worth of fucking beef in it. Or 5,300 pounds worth of man in it. Can you imagine a Plaid stops better than a McLaren 720S that's $300,000? What's a McLaren 720S go for? Shit. Plus Plaid's running on 9.4 in the street in the rain. Bro. What is the ICE vehicle that compares? The ICE vehicle meaning internal combustion engine. If you guys don't know what ICE is, it's internal combustion engine, in case you start hearing me do some shit. By the way, good job on the likes, guys, you fucking lazy fucks. It's only 141 likes and almost 300 viewers. That's not even 50% engagement. What the fuck is right? Just hit the like button. Come on. You want shows? Hit the like button. You don't want shows? Don't hit the like button, and I'll take weeks off. That's a good old time. I came back refreshed, as you can see. Yeah, I'm wondering how long till Tesla makes 7-second family sedans. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the accidents. I'm waiting till Model S Plaid start hitting Houston, because accidents in Houston aren't like fender benders. Things fly off of freeways over there. They have elevated freeways, and they just, and cars go flying. Like they make spectacular crashes in Houston. So I can't wait till a self-drive Plaid doesn't see a tractor trailer, goes under it because the guy's asleep in the bitch, cuts his head off, looking like the headless horseman going down fucking 290 or whatever the fuck it is over there. Be a good time. Oh, I make myself laugh. I'm selling it and I'm getting a Plaid. License plate says, get the fuck out of here. That is the new, dude, if I turned on the Tesla and it made this exhaust sound.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
You motherfucker. Don't call me motherfucker. Shut up, motherfucker, you. Love Canelo. Love you. Shout out to Canelo. Whoever is teaching him English is a savage ass motherfucker. Okay, you gotta say motherfucker. Okay, motherfucker? Yes, motherfucker. Good job. Thank you for the likes. Look at that. Jumped up 100 likes just by mentioning it. You can get a set of drag on electric motor. Got it. Over 500,000, I think. What? The 720S is $500,000? Shee.
It's over, Johnny.
Oh, Jesus. Price.
It's over. Nothing is over.
Nothing is over.
Nothing.
Oof.
You just don't turn it off.
349,000 doll hairs for the McLaren 720 gets beat by a Plaid, brakes better than a Plaid. You can put passengers in a Plaid. You can get in a Plaid and you know you got motherfuckers covered, bro. Could you imagine the feeling of getting in a Plaid and knowing that anytime, anywhere on the street, you got the whole fucking block covered? Whatever they got. Because if it's a 7-second car, it ain't going to hook on a roll. It ain't going to hook. Houston, thanks for the assist with Darwin. What the fuck is an ICE car? I remember the accidents after the ice storm in DFW last year. Tesla needs to make a van so it's portable. Toting smash mobile. Do you imagine smashing in the back of a van while it's going 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? Ultimate thrust. Just make sure you position her her head facing the front of the car, and you're at the back of the van, and you just say floor it, and you get ultimate penetration. Ultimate penetration. Turbocharger gave me $2. Thank you very much. Nick Rogers says, channel support. Can't wait to see what the other manufacturers drop to compete with the Tesla Roadster. So I think the advantage Tesla has is obviously Elon Musk and his team of engineers, superior intellect, superior scientific knowledge. I think if you were to look at a Tesla, just their operating system, their software, versus anything Ford or Chevy has, I guarantee they're 5 to 8 years ahead in technology, because they were thinking of stuff that people weren't thinking about before. Just the self-drive stuff is highly advanced. And a lot of people kind of was like, I don't know about that bullshit. Now you see motherfuckers asleep on the highway all the time. Unless there's drastic road changes, but self-drive Teslas, if you go on the YouTube channel, Wham Bam Tesla Camp, go there. Every video you see is of a Tesla avoiding accidents. Avoiding accidents. Just getting out of the way of accidents. The self-drive, it like moves you away from accidents. And I'm just like, great technology. To the future, says Nickel White. Thank you very much. And I already got Nick Rogers in there. So I'm telling you, Tesla van is the ultimate toting mobile. But his 720 was modded to death. It was modded to death. He said he had turbos, downpipes, he had everything. And a fully loaded plaid beat it? What? Like, I know why. Okay, I watch Drag Times when it comes on. And that guy has an 8-second McLaren, whatever the fuck, on the drag strip where there's grip. But I wonder what happens if he was to race as fast as McLaren versus the plaid. It would be an ultimate beatdown, I think. And it would be, I don't know if it's bad for the channel, but I think it'll be like, where do you go from here? Like, we don't care. Because you always wondered what's faster, a 720 or a modded this or this tune versus that, or a GT500 and a 720 or this and this and that. But once the plaid came out, it's like nothing on the street is quicker than it. So then what? Then the channels, right, become stagnant. Well, you're not going to beat anything with it unless it's a 7-second something or a GTR. Like a super Billy Badass 12 to 1500 horse GTR is probably going to destroy a plaid. And I'd love to see that race, because it'll show you, okay, how much is a GTR? How much does it cost to mod it to beat a plaid? Because if the plaid is $130,000, and if a car that needs $200,000 to beat a $130,000 car, and it only beats it by like 2 cars, it's not even a comparison, and it's a fucking 4-door. It's not fair anymore. It's just not fair. Self-drive works until it kills you. Off to work. Have a good day. Catch the rest later. David Burnsworth. Thank you. Boom Bye says, just watch Tesla's going to be dropping people off at jail. That'd be great. The best self-driving Tesla was a drunk having it driving home, and 5 cops had to box him in to get it to stop. The Hot Sauce 350. SVT Snake says, yeah, the 720S probably have $50,000 in mods. Modding McLarens is big money. Don't I know that? I know a couple of guys that run McLaren shops here. It's stupid money. But now what's happening? Okay. For a while there, Manuel was making GTR owners rethink GTRs. Relax, guys. I'm not saying GTRs are comparable to S550s. What I'm saying is, if the goal is 7s, are you going to carbon fiber, built motor, built $25,000 trans, super fuck, Motec, the whole bullshit, a GTR to go 7s? Or are you going to do a Luntune midnight turbo kit, some weight reduction S550? GTR, I'm sure, not all of them, but I'm sure some GTR owners were like, wait a minute, that's like a $50,000 car and maybe $30,000 to $40,000 in mods. Maybe. You're telling me stock motor S550s can and have gone 7s, while my Motec Shep Trans carbon fibered up everything shit is like low 8s, high 7s? Don't get me wrong, it's super badass and it's a completely different level of car. But I'm talking just times for times. Now, then you can then take it to the next level and say, well, wait a minute, Fox bodies with LSs do that. Right, but it's not modern. we're talking about modern vehicles. There's a different feel. Look, you get in an S550 and you drive it around. Then you hop in an S197. You would have thought you're in Amish country on a fucking carriage. The only thing that keeps it feeling like a carriage is shit from the horse splattering your face. If there was shit splattering your face when you're driving an S197, you couldn't tell the difference between that and a fucking carriage. S197's on it. Fuck you, man. I thought we were boys, man. You fucking talking shit on S197, man. It drives like ass. I'm sorry, it does. It's no better driving experience than a Fox body. You get in an S550 and you're like, oh my God, it's fucking nice. It's like, fucking look at the interior. Fucking, it's nice. You hit a bump in the middle of a turn, it doesn't switch lanes on you. It doesn't just fucking go right into the fucking guardrail. I dare you. S197 owners, go 60 miles an hour turning and hit a pothole in the rain. Bye. You are dead. You do it in an S550, goes dum. What was that? It was a huge hole back there, honey. You do that shit in an S197. Whoa! So, if you're in Amish country, Pennsylvania, Maryland, get in a carriage. Get some horse shit in your face, and you're gonna go drives just like my fucking 14 GT. Please, someone clip that. David R says, YouTube channel, throttle, house, race a Dodge Demon versus a convertible Shelby Super Snake. Mustang got gap, kept going into limp mode and was falling apart. All for the cheap price of $150,000. So, Demon versus Super Snake, right? That proves to you that the Super Snake is the biggest bullshit snake oil garbage you will ever buy. A lot of people go, well, what about the Super Snake? You mean a Whipple GT? Because let's be honest, a Super Snake is a Whipple GT with a body kit and brakes. And slower than a GT. But it's a there's nothing super. It should be called a mediocre snake. It should be called lizard. What's like less than a snake? Like, it should be called mediocre snake. It gets fucked bad. Like, look at the Dodge Demon donkey gap. This Super Snake Shelby.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Oh, but it looks cool. Bye. And bye. Wait. Let me... Wait a minute. Does this thing have the same exhaust tone as the other one?
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Stupid. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at him. Okay. He's not even wearing a helmet. He's comfortable as fuck. His balls are fucking cooling off because the AC is on the seats. Look at that. Yep. Shelby Daves all over the country jumping out of their fucking double wides because they can't really afford a house with a Super Snake because it's $150,000. Fuck is wrong with you? McLaren caught the vapors. She caught the vapors. He got fucked up, bro. Zombie says, just got a 19 GT. What clutch you recommend for the street to help with clutch lockout? Look, RST. You can get the McLeod one that Lethal Performance private labels, or you can get an RXT and break all the gears on the planet. You could do anything you want. Think Tesla will make Corsa gaze and exhaust option for the Plaid? Bro, they supposedly make choppity chop sounds or whatever for the Tesla, but I'm telling you, the Super Skink, the Super Snake is the dumbest fucking car you can buy. I love how people do, you ever get on a forum, you ever get on a Facebook page, you ever get on an Instagram page, like Shelby's of America, or like nothing but Shelby's IG. Stupid. So they're like, what would you rather have? A Super Snake or a Demon? We think it's an obvious choice. Yeah, fucker, the Demon. The Super Snake is, if it kept going into limp mode, I know what it is. It's the Whipple throttle body. And if you were to read codes, it would say P2119. Throttle actuator stuck closed or whatever the fuck. The return spring is too tight on them bitches. So could you imagine delivering a super snake and you think, oh, look, honey, I got the baddest car Ford ever made. Actually, that 10R80, that your neighbor, the 18-year-old kid with a non-performance package 10R80 car, tin can gutted, Matt 760, that motherfucker will donkey gap a super snake. Bet me on that shit. I'd love to see that race. I'd love to buy a super snake just to put it up against other cars that are like don't have like a third of the money into it and how much they'll gap them. Like modern cars, not Fox bodies, exclude race car shit. RTD data logging. Oh, it won't let me connect and record. Rich 50. Make sure that the strategy that was sent to you is put in there. So if it's a 15 plus FPGM 0, sorry. If it's a 15 auto FSGM 0. So you have to make sure that you put the right strategy in there so that the RTD can connect to it. And if you have other issues, call HB Tuners. Hey, Alex, thank you for the info today. Some Mustanger told me not to stall up second gear. I really appreciate it. Bullshit. So, Boosted 10R80, I think you were a gentleman or someone that received a second gear leave tune on a Whipple car that probably makes over 800. And he left it idle. I'm like, no. You got to stall it way up. You got to and launch it because second gear will allow you to stall it higher. And if you're leaving off of idle with a second gear leave tune, you might as well not even have that tune. But hopefully you go back with a second gear leave tune and it'll perform really well. Hey, the McLaren lost with style at least. It looked great. It looked really good. I can't wait for the Tesla to be taken over by Skynet. Exactly. Once it turns on the humans and Judgment Day happens, it will crash you into a super snake. Why will it crash you into a super snake? Because they're so slow you can actually pinpoint where they're going to be at. You don't have to like a football player. You know how you have to lead a football player? The Tesla Model S Plaid is going to look for super snakes. Why super snakes, will you? Because they're slow. And you can run into them real easy because they're not really accelerating that fast. Shelby right now calling John Lund. Could you tell Alex to shut the fuck up? This is my show. Call me and tell me to shut the fuck up. A super limp snake. Wow. Weighing 65, 288. The super limp snake because it went into limp mode. Oh no, you should go to the local car show and see where the Shelby Super Snakes verts with dyno sheets, chrome, Ken Bells for all. Every time you say strategy, I'm visualizing Bugs Bunny. Super Snake guys are the same guys that buy Corvettes, New Balance jean shorts wearing 55 plus years old. Yeah, look, I can't really... I think Kenny Bell is always going to be in business as long as they say liquid cooled and their blowers make noise and are chrome. Have you ever seen guys put fuel lines that are chrome, like post 1988? Like chrome fuel lines. Like what planet are we in? And they still have the red and blue fittings. Y'all remember them? It's like the Summit special. Summit fuel line kit, right? You get them at Spectre Performance fuel line kit. And you're like, you know what would go really well with my Kenny Bell Super Snake is a set of these super sick fuel lines. You know you're 158 years old when your stupid ass has fuel lines like this under your fucking hood. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, stop it. Bro, if your shit ain't all black, you got these motherfuckers have these lines going into like the radio. Oh, what is it? The dress up kit, right? Engine dress up. Yeah, dress up kits. Remember dress up kits for those old folks? Shit, you'll see it. Oh no, you got to see. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the hose. Boy, is it a hose? Let me see. Engine dress up kit. Engine hose dress up kit. Is like a hose? Is it hoses? They just all the hoses. Oh my God, bro. Stop. Bro, back in the day, these motherfuckers were legit dead ass. Buy these things. It's like it's a dress up kit for your hoses, bro. Fucking Kenny Bell guys have this shit under their hood, looking like Captain America under the hood in their red and white candy cane looking ass GT500. Bro, it's the end. It's the end of it's the end of the world. Fuck, what a piece of shit. I can hear Shelby dialing now. Super slug. The Hot Sauce 350 says, Mike HPJ, if you hear Mike HPJ, what's he say? What'd he say? Oh, shit, I don't know. Mike at HPJ is sensitive. You can't get at him. He gets all mad if you make fun of his cobras. You're making fun of my cobras. I like cobras. Yeah. Boost at 10 says, oh, sorry, no. Eric M. Empiric? Hey, Alex, please help Dakota figure out shifting on my PBH 6R80 GT500. I think he asked for you for help today and send a new tune. He'll try tomorrow. Shifts early, makes weird noises. 345. Okay, 345. Empiric. I'm gonna have him give you the shift schedule of a GT500 that we did, and we'll see how it goes. And it should be good. It's called candy cane. It's called candy cane? What's called candy cane? People still doing that. I need that for sure, says the Hot Sauce. Dude, that'd be funny as fuck. Kenny Bells do sound great, though. The 2.2 was the best sounding supercharger. Yeah, because it was hot as fuck. The fake AN red and blue fittings are worse than the real things. It's for cooling, bro. Tesla's self-drive tech isn't all that great. Honestly, here we go, guys. Here we go. We got a fucking nerd in the house. They're under investigation by the National Highway Safety Transportation Administration because the number of them have ran into parked emergency vehicles alone. Look, if you fall asleep driving a Tesla under like self-drive mode, it's Darwinism. It's Darwinism. It's there for maybe like Chevys have this. Chevys have, and most cars now, most modern cars have like a lane assist. And that's, I think, the extent that you should have, meaning it will steer you back into the lane if you divert a little bit. And if you divert 2 or 3 times, it'll buzz your asshole or make an audible sound. Like Senior drives the F450, and the F450 knows if you're half asleep or drunk. It literally has a little coffee symbol, comes up, and it says, need a break? And I'm like, no, it's just Senior driving. That's just how it is, car. So it knows if you're diverting in and out of the lane too much. And it says, you might need a break because you're, number one, your eyes aren't on the fucking road. And number two, you're all over the road. So I think the self-drive feature is something I would never use. I would never trust it. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust girls driving. So the last thing I'm going to do is trust a fucking car driving. Fuck up by itself. A Gen 2 Roush is faster than a Super Snack. Went to a car show Saturday, and a 13 supercharged owner said we'd be a close race. I asked him what his 60 to 130 was. Dude says he has no clue. I think they go by horsepower. Well, my Super Snack makes 880 horsepower. Shelby 1000 guys are the worst. Shelby 1000 guys are the fucking worst because that's the ultimate, right? That's the ultimate. Shelby 1000. And it says 1000 really big on the door. Like a child wrote that shit. And you're like, Shelby 1000. Do you know this thing makes 1,000 horsepower if I measure it from the back of my asshole? Cool. Want to race my NA fucking Fox? Want to race my NA 10R80 car? Want to race my NA Gen 2? Pfft, I'm not going to waste my time on that shit. And then you catch them on like leaving the fucking lot and they're fucking burning rubber and you're fucking gone. And they're like, well, if I had grip, I'd beat you. Well, if grandma had balls, she'd be grandpa, motherfucker. So this isn't where we're at. Stupid. Was it a black supermarket twisted? If so, I got that thing 141. What's up? Shark Marl says, what's up, Alex? The Hot Sauce 350 says Super Snake. No, they're talking to someone else. My wife's Fusion has that. The lane assist. Got it. Desert 1320. Good afternoon. Finally made it live. Desert 1320. How you doing, sir? This is just one of those pop-up Monday lives. I didn't do a show this weekend, so I thought I'd make up for it by giving you guys a show Monday. Good afternoon. Finally, I already got that. I don't trust a girl driving. I don't trust a girl driving. I'm sorry. My shit, my butthole is puckered all the time if a chick's driving. For a good reason. If you get in the back or next to a car with a girl driving, I'm like, like all the fucking time. Not one girl ever that I've gotten in the passenger side with has made me comfortable. I'm sorry. One girl. Her name was Tiffany. She lived in Connecticut. Yeah, Tiffany's are the worst for me, but they're usually my type. They're usually tall redheads that with a big old ass and fuck me all up. We all have that girl that is bad for you. Mine are Tiffany's. So she was she had a stick Sentra. And I get in it. I'm like, all right, let me see how bad this is going to be. Fucking stick shift. Bro, she launched that shit perfect. I'm like, boy, that was a nice transition. You know, the right engine noise to slip ratio. It didn't go, woo, woo, woo. No, it was like, woo, woo. I was like, oh. So then she's coming to a stop sign, but she doesn't stop fully. And instead of shoving it in first and going, woo, she left it in second and just slowly drifted around. And I went, oh my, dude, I should have gotten the ring right there. Oh my God, you left it in second and you didn't fully stop and you left it in second and you didn't have any extra clutch wear and no bucking and making the passenger experience nice. Boy, will you marry me? Luckily I didn't, because that chick was trifling as fuck. Hot South 350 says, Alex assumed the owner of the Super Snake had balls. Bigot. Man, Alex makes Mondays the best. SVT Snake. Thank you, sir. Laugh my ass off. If grandma had balls, you'd be grandpa. The Throttle House video on the Shelby Widebody versus Demon made the Shelby look so bad, it was insane. It does it on its own because the Super Snake is whack shit. The Super Snake is just the wackest fucking shit, and it's just a Whipple GT. That's all it is. Oh my God, look at this. They're ragging on the body. Oh, let's look at this. I'm gonna get copyrighted, but look at the ragging on the body. Oh shit, let's talk some shit. What's wrong? Well, fail safe.
Yep. No things on the dash, and then it broke again, right?
Yeah.
Oh. So you didn't.
Oh
hit
my Lord. Oh my effing God.
anything, did you?
No.
Because that's
What a piece.
fully. Oh, it's cracked in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a piece of
my
shit.
God.
Is it possible that a convertible shouldn't have this
The
much?
trim was cracked on both sides from the torque on the unibody. We had heard about this happening before, so we checked blah, 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 and the blah, 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 blah.
It's without any sort of extra bracing.
Yeah, well, they removed the brace, I think, for the supercharger to fit.
Oh my God, and they polished the blower. Shee! Could you imagine highlighting something? Does it have a gasket? Does this thing have a gasket? Let me see. Let me wide body, because that's usually the issue with Whipple superchargers. So right here, guys, okay, this is nice, a nice little tech tip for you guys. If your throttle body is too tight, meaning if it is torqued down too tight with a gasket behind the throttle body, meaning, you know, the 16th or 32nd gasket that they give you, the best, and you might get a P2119. Why? That's a throttle stuck closed code. Because if you don't torque these just right, and the gasket actually helps in distorting, it helps in distorting the throttle body itself. So the blade can actually be bound up once everything gets hot, motor and everything, and it'll just get stuck open, quote unquote, or the return spring will get stuck closed, sorry. So what I tell people to do is take the throttle body out, put a light film of Permatex or gasket maker or gasket sealer or whatever right around where the gasket used to be, put the throttle body up against it, let it set for a little bit, and then torque them down lightly, just like snug. And usually that takes care of the issue 99% of the time. 99% of the time. Sometimes it don't, but 99% of the time it tends to work. There you go, a little tech tip in the middle of some comedy. Funny how I know the guy that plaid what the fuck? Hello, good sir. MRL Alex repping your shirt today. MRL in the house. What's up, brother? What's up? How you guys doing? Yeah, I got to get down there, do a autopreneur episode with them. It's just been a little crazy lately. What do you think MSRP will be on a C8 Z06? $120? It's gonna be big money. It's gonna be big fucking money. A Z06? Now, what Chevy does right is make it affordable. So that's where the rub is, right? So if you're in the supercar market, and let's say you have money, and you're in the market for a weekend toy, and you do road race, and you're going to consider a Super Snake, a C8, a 2020 GT500, or a McLaren, you're going to look at all three and go, the C8 Z06 is probably going to be the cheapest, or at least the best bang for the buck above all, like by far. So that's when you're going to have, I think that's where Chevy does the right thing. Wasn't the C8 Corvette reasonably priced before the market went crazy? Wasn't it reasonably priced, but then there was delays in manufacturing for multiple reasons. So I think the Z06 will be the most affordable, I don't want to say supercar, But if it can hang with McLaren's in the same class or beat them, it's really tough to bet against Chevy's stuff, especially when it has a similar style engine that Ford is currently using in their Mustangs. the dual overhead cam, flip and crank. I got my Whipple throttle body issues fixed, but not the gasket. I actually kept using the throttle body adjustment screws, and I had a lit mode about 40 times, but I finally got it dialed in, says A Wheeler. Hey, Alex, you're already aware I'm needing to upgrade my low-pressure fuel pump on a D-Works 400. Will a BAP be required for the new pump? No, Timothy Fush. The D-Works 400 does not require a BAP. So put the BAP on the side. You don't need it. Now, the biggest issue with D-Works 400 pumps is the transfer tube. When you put the pump in the hat, they're going to give you a little tiny hose that's like a 90-degree hose. That hose always pops out. Or it's kinked, and when the pump is pressurized, it can leak underneath. And I'll still see low pressure at the fuel rail if you're not pressurizing that hose properly. So really make sure that the clamps are snug and pushed all the way in the pump and the transfer tube. Make sure everything is snug there, because the D-Works 400 pumps are notoriously known for leaking on the transfer tube because they're not the 90-degree rubber hose that they give you is just inadequate, in my opinion. We need a Tony camera. Tony's good. Tony just came back from the boarding place and he's still adjusting. So look, until he's adjusted, I am not going to have him on camera. Fuck all that. He needs to be good. But nah, the boy, he eats and then shits and pisses the moment I talk. When I start talking on here, he just freaks out in the apartment. He's like, oh, he's busy. So no, he's gonna be right. He's gonna be taught right. Someone said no, 150 to 170K. I don't think the Corvette Z06 is going to be 150 to 170 because what is the C8? What was the retail price on a C8 when it first came out? MSRP, without the markup. C8s are 120 now. The Z06 C8, okay, they're 120 now because of the ridiculously high used car market. Like, I would sell my red car tonight. What I want to do is I want to paint the fenders because they got scratched up from the bumper. I want to get a new bumper cover. And then I'll sell it, and I'm gonna get whatever I can for it. I'm gonna ask high and let them come down. But if someone doesn't want me to paint the thing and just wants it as is, they can have it. They can have it. Hear me out. What if the Coyote head bolts up to the new GM dual overhead cam in the Z06? Oh baby, I don't know when it'll be possible to get our hands or your hands or someone's hands on a Z06 short block dual overhead cam version, but if a Coyote head bolts right in, whoo! Look, Chevy guys are fucking done, right? Look, I love you guys. Modern Chevy vehicles, the Camaro is over. The TTS V8 version, isn't this like the last year of it? The Corvette is your only and last hope, right? It's like the Resistance. It's like the last hope. You're done. You ain't got no more. The Camaro is gonna be a family fucking four-door, probably electric. Right? Cum Arrow, or what the fuck they're going to call it. The V3 is going to be gone unless it's like a hybrid or a V6 or a twin turbo or a single turbo 4-cylinder. Who the fuck knows? But it's over. Mustangs are rumored to be around till 2030, but we'll see how that happens or if that happens. Someone said it started at $60K. Exactly. So the MSRP for the C8 was around $60,000 to $70,000, depending on trim. Fully loaded, I'm sure you could have gotten that price up into the 80s, but the falsely high used car market is fucking that up. The Z51 was $96,000 doll hair. Seen the Terminator Cobra full interior destroy a 1100 horsepower twin turbo Challenger and the other 1000 horsepower rides. Mad respect to the Terminator guy for winning Mexico days. Okay, whatever. Hell yeah, sold my S197 for more than I bought it for. Exactly. Coyote has been king in my book since 2015. Gen 2. I have a guy right now, 10R80 guy. I'm having 10R80 issues. What do you mean? It got clutch packs, it got everything, and one run it'll fucking make all the shifts, and the next run it won't. And I'm like, welcome to 10R80 land above 800 horsepower. Not all 10R80 shift consistently above 800 horsepower, built or not. It's just inherent. It's just an inherent issue with the fucking trans design. If you are considering building 1,000 horsepower anything, Gen 2 Mustang. Start with Gen 2 6R80. That's going to be your best bet. Trust me. If you want consistency, less bullshit, 6R80 is the way to go. Hell yeah, sold my, already got that. Just a Z06 being available will lower the cost market, to be honest. All you can get right now are the base C8s. Supply and demand makes them more expensive. CT5 Blackwing is pretty cool. Roush Blower 6R80 car keeps breaking up. Did NGKs and brisk C85 fuel. Rip motor? I don't know. I'd have to see a data log, or I'd have to see if the O2 sensors are acting up. Greg, the Cobras refuses to fade away, and it's still relevant today. It really isn't. I'm sorry, guys. It really isn't. The only people that say it's relevant are other Cobra owners. When I look at a Cobra, I go, that thing is shit. Yes, it's fast, but so are fucking Fox bodies with LSs even. Like, I don't look at a Cobra and go, oh, that's so sought after. Oh, mad respect. Oh, that's the father of the GT500. No, I go, could you imagine how that sounds inside right now? Could you imagine how it rattles? Let me see. Let me look up car rattling. Let me see car rattling. And I'll call that the Cobra video. Car rattling. How to fix car rattle. Best way to rattle. Oh, great. Top 8 reasons for annoying engine rattles. Rattles. 8 common noises your car makes. Wow. Rattling while driving. I can't find it because now everyone's like, this is how to fix it. Nope, can't find it because everyone wants to be a fucking do-it-yourselfer, so I can't find shit. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. So I'll find a good clip of the car rattling and I'll make it the Cobra sound. C8 MSRP was Z06. C8 Z06, 98K if you can get one without crazy upcharge. BS, but base package Z06 is already wild. Exactly. Buddy got an allocation. Got it. The C8 was advertised as 60, but Chevy never made it. Everyone that has one coming to our local dealership is 110 plus if you guys traded the C8 for the R8 because of the used market and of the C8. Got it. 661 Ray says, finally out of class. Been trying to get out to watch the video. I'm super late. Out of class? How old are you, man? Shit. Cobra prices haven't gone up either. Only Cobra owners hype up those cars. Exactly. Only Cobra owners say Cobras are badass. Only Cobra owners say Cobras are badass. Oh my God, these Cobra owners, shut the fuck up, and I own one. Exactly. Blowfish bracket ASMR. My Terminator rattles like a mofo. No, but it still retains its value. Shut up. Like, shut up. I'd rather put a TVS, a Whipple, a ProCharger, or a Paxton and Vortec in any S550 and have a nice, smooth driving car that makes 700 no problem than any Cobra ever, like ever in history. Because when you get a Cobra, right, what do you think you get? Do you think you get a good IRS transmission, a good IRS suspension? Do you think you get a good IRS in that thing stock? Do you think you get a good transmission stock with its 10 spline input shaft? Do you think that's good shit? No. To make a Cobra good, you need 2 things. An upgraded transmission, actually 5 things. Fuel system, blower, upgraded transmission, bushings, or a SRA swap. Either bushings in the IRS or a complete solid rear axle swap. So don't come at me saying Cobras are badass because you need about fucking $30,000 into a Cobra to make it halfway decent. Don't give me that bullshit. Alex, I have Cook's free flow exhaust. Will my O2 sensors reach, or is there anything I should do prior to getting a tune from Lund? So the passenger side O2 might need an extension, but if you unclip them from the body harness and depending on where they're located, I like where Cook's locates them. Cook's does a great job locating O2s. They're really nice. The mid-length headers, not the stupid long like Dynatech style long tubes. I think that is the best setup in my opinion. VMP Terminator Cobra story on YouTube. He talks about how you probably got beat by one when you were in your Fox days. Dude does not like that you don't like Terminators. I don't even know who the fuck that is. But, I mean, I'm telling you, that I never got beat by a Terminator because, number one, they're not around. Right? They're not around. They're usually at the car meet because that's becoming like a car show thing now. The only super fast Terminators are at the racetrack, and they're rarely on the street. They're rarely on the fucking street. And I never came up against a Terminator with my 900 horse red car. I never come up against a Terminator versus my my GT500, my white car, my S197. I never saw a fucking Terminator ever. So if I got beat by one in my Foxies, no, in my Foxies, I never even came across one. Them bitches weren't around. I lived in Massachusetts most of my life. This weekend, my car went faster than everyone ever before. My homie went 9.1 in his Hellcat. Too bad my Mustang is a 10.4 car. I saw someone trying to sell an 0304 Cobra for $70,000. Cali Racing says, I agree 100%. Definitely need a solid rear axle. Exactly. So you need a solid, fully built rear axle for the Cobra to be halfway fucking decent. Stop it. Terminators had a solid 10-year reign. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, once the 3-valve Mustang came out, you still looked at a Cobra and went, yeah, I want that. Fuck the 3 valves. 3 valves are shit. Once Coyote came out, changed everything, in my opinion. Alex, you're right on the money into the Cobra R's. I have 25 grand into my Mach 1. Exactly. You got to put good money into those cars to make them halfway decent. Whereas an S197, generally, because I have stock axles in my S197, stock drive shaft, NA runs 11.2. Okay, fully loaded, full, not tin can gutted. If I was to put a blower in it, another 6 grand, same setup, will probably go 9s, high 9s. How much you have to do to a Cobra to go 9s? Solid rear axle swap, trans, blower, fuel system, the tuning, whoever tunes that thing anymore. I think Senior still dabbles in it, but I just think he likes punishment. I think Senior's one of those guys that likes to burn candles on his back as he's tuning a Cobra. Oh, fuck, yeah. You want me to, oh, geez, my back's on fire from those candles. Let me scale the math by 50%. Ah, fuck, the fuel system fucked up. It doesn't see RPM. Let me shut off half the things so it can see good RPM. Ah! He's a glutton for punishment. He likes pain. Senior likes pain. So he loves tuning Cobras. Hey, Alex, if I decide to go with a return style fuel system with my FPC 1000, will it be enough for 85 under 800 horsepower? Absolutely. Timothy Fush. Alex, people cry about me being blower and nitrous. Little do they know, this weekend was the first time we sprayed it. Now we know why they're scared. They scared. Yo, that's scared. Juan Resendez. Oh, wait. We got George Cetera says, my dad got a C8 3LT with all the bells and whistles, and it didn't even break $100,000, but he also had it pre-ordered. So that's what it's supposed to be. Juan Resendez says, this was your 1,000th 0304 Cobra alternator replacement kits, and you'll be on the road in no time. Bill at CJ Parts. Exactly. How many if you want to take a 1,000-mile road trip in your Cobra, not only do you need a mouthpiece, but you need 7 alternators. Today was a good show. Don't care what the vet does. My 500 will drive fast as I want to go. Fuck GM. Mike Wolverton. I don't care what the C8 right there. Look, I get it. I understand. You like your car. I like my cars. But the C8 is going to be a contender. Has he ever made love to a man? George Trutara says the C8 is a convertible. Got it. As a former Cobra owner, I sold it. Now I'm building a Fox body. Could you imagine? You're building a Fox. Imagine you get into a 93 Cobra and you're like, you hit a bump and you go, why did it make less rattling noises than a Cobra? Like a 0304 Terminator. I have a built 4.6 engine, built 4R70 suspension, and a 9-inch strange and 35 slow axles on the way. Mike's Garage. Nice. Jake was putting me on game with the 4R70, and I'm really looking into that fucking thing because it is, you can put a manual valve body in it. It's 3+1, 3 speeds plus an overdrive. And you're like, why aren't these more popular? Because 6R80s became super popular. But a 4R70, you can have a manual valve body, so you can manually shift the thing or have it controlled with a quick 4 from a US shift, which actually works well on the 4R70. And I'm like, he put me on game with the 4R70 and it interested me a lot for future builds, I got to figure it out. Just sent the log to Brandon. I got that. It adds up quick. Can't forget about the FRPS on the Terminators going out. The fuel road pressure sensor. Exactly. Do you think cars should be dirt cheap for power, or do you believe in quality and a complete build? There's room for both. There's people that want to just do cheap and fast, and it works. But the younger you are, the cheaper the build is, but then the cooler the build is because you're labor heavy, but not parts heavy. The older you are, you appreciate refinement. You appreciate quiet. You appreciate no rattling. So it all depends on your age. I think cheap and fast is good for young guys. Fast and refined and tight is good for older guys. Channel support for making this flight 100 times more enjoyable. Alfredo Diaz, thank you, sir. The C8 is probably going to be a low 10-second car NA if it has a Billy Badass launch control. Nice. Decided to sell my F-150 after realizing that this racing thing isn't for me. I still support the channel. To hit the like button. People, thank you, 50 Ricky. A lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are seeing what's happening and they buy it to get into it, and then they go, fuck, this is expensive. Fuck, it's expensive to go fast in an F-150. Fuck, it's expensive to go 8s in an S550. It's expensive to go 8s in a S550, whether it's Gen 1 or Gen 2 or Gen 3. So, guys, this racing game is not for everybody. You have to hate money to race. Tim Fush has 250 tune upgrade for return style and larger injectors? Yes, sir, Tim Fush. Do you think the Vet is the best power and tech money can buy except maybe the Teslas? Still, fuck GM. Mike Wolverton? Yeah, I mean, I was going to say Viper, but no. A Z06 is built right, NA can fucking gap a lot of fools. But bang for the buck, I still think it's probably Mustang stuff. Modern. We're talking modern vehicles. And I'm talking Gen 2 Mustangs and up, because Gen 1 Mustangs couldn't take more than 700 horsepower and blow up. And the rod says bye. But Gen 2 and up seems to be pretty legit. So if you can get it to an S550 for $30,000, $15,000 in mods, you're probably a 9-second car that's super reliable and drives well. So you know what I'm saying? December, I'll be racing at the track for fastest stock motors 197 in California. I think once we fix the issues, we got it in the bag. Just got to fix the belt slip issues and the belt ripping issues, and you'll be good to go. Being older, comfort is definitely a good thing. Quality is the way to go. Build it once and build it right, says Mike's Garage. Corey Leckby says, how much power can you get out of a 2.3 EcoBoost? Don't care. It's an EcoBoost. It's gay. Turviet Racing, 700 horsepower build. I want all the smoke. My engine needs to be assembled with a carb intake, which I need to get the carbs, and I'll gap you 100 to 60. Okay, that was a very long-winded joke. All right, guys, let's keep it short. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this pop-up show. 360 viewers. Very nice. We had 330 likes. Perfect ratio. I love it. I love it. I love it. I will be on tomorrow, 8 o'clock for the regular show. But I saw these news pop up. The news pop up today with the plaid beating the McLaren, the Corvette coming out with a dual overhead cam, flat plane crank coming up in 2023 for the Z06. So if anything else comes up between now and tomorrow, we'll talk about it tomorrow, 8 o'clock, talking shit on this channel, Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for joining me. Had a lot of fun on this show. Plenty of things to chop up and clip. Have fun. Get after it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.